Welcome to a new episode about dietary supplements. In our previous episodes, we have already discussed various special foods and their benefits, as well as which are often unnecessary. Today, we will look at the risks associated with dietary supplements. However, we do not want to categorically condemn all products, but rather take a nuanced view of the potential dangers. So stay tuned to learn more about the responsible use of dietary supplements. First, what are dietary supplements, and why do we take them? Dietary supplements, also known as supplements, have developed into a global billion-dollar market in recent years. The increasing popularity of these products is based on the widespread belief that they offer a quick and easy solution to promote health or compensate for nutritional deficiencies. Especially in a time when many people struggle to eat a balanced diet due to a hectic lifestyle, supplements seem like a tempting shortcut. However, this assumption is misleading. Dietary supplements are by no means a substitute for a balanced diet, and the risks associated with them are often underestimated. A common misconception is that supplements are safe because they are available without a prescription in supermarkets, drugstores, or online. This availability gives the impression that they can be consumed as safely as regular food, yet the lack of a prescription requirement should not be seen as proof of their safety. The fact that supplements are available without a doctor's prescription belies the reality that they, like medications, contain biologically active substances that can trigger chemical reactions in the body. The effects of these substances depend heavily on the dosage, individual tolerances, and potential interactions with other substances. One example that illustrates the potential dangers is vitamin D. In certain regions of the world, especially in northern latitudes, vitamin D deficiency is widespread. In such cases, supplementation can be helpful in preventing health problems like weak bones or fatigue. However, since vitamin D is fat-soluble, excessive intake cannot be easily excreted, but rather accumulates in the body, which can lead to dangerous deposits in organs like the kidneys and cause kidney stones or even kidney failure. This demonstrates that the assumption, more is better, can have fatal consequences if not carefully dosed. Another commonly used supplement is omega-3 fatty acids, known for their positive effects on the cardiovascular system and the brain. Many people take omega-3 to reduce the risk of heart disease or support cognitive health. Yet caution is also advised here. Excessive intake can increase the risk of bleeding, which is particularly problematic if blood-thinning medications are taken at the same time. In such cases, the combination of omega-3 and anticoagulants can lead to dangerous bleeding, as both substances affect blood clotting. These examples make it clear that dietary supplements can indeed be useful in certain situations, such as for the targeted correction of a diagnosed deficiency. However, their use should always be well thought out and preferably supervised by a doctor. As with medications, the principle, the dose makes the poison, applies. What is helpful in small amounts can be harmful in larger quantities. An uncritical attitude towards supplements and the belief that natural products are inherently harmless can lead to serious health risks. A responsible approach to dietary supplements requires not only the correct dosage, but also a thorough understanding of individual needs and potential interactions. It is crucial to recognize that supplements are not a universal solution, but should be used in a targeted and evidence-based manner. Are there risks associated with dietary supplements? An often overlooked but very important fact is that dietary supplements can pose significant risks that may only be recognized after a long time. While many of these products are marketed as harmless or even beneficial, scientific studies repeatedly show that they often do not have demonstrable positive effects, and in the worst cases can even be harmful. Imagine taking a supplement for years, firmly believing that it is doing something good for your health. But after several years or even decades, it becomes apparent that the regular use of the product has led to unexpected and potentially serious side effects. A prominent example of this is the case of fat-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin A and E, where long-term studies have shown that high doses increase the risk of cancer or cardiovascular problems. These kinds of risks are often only identified when long-term studies produce corresponding results, which may be too late for many consumers. A key factor that is often overlooked is the widespread belief that natural supplements are inherently safer. This belief leads many people to take dietary supplements uncritically, without considering the potential long-term consequences. However, the term natural is no guarantee of safety. Even plant-based ingredients can pose health risks, especially when taken in highly concentrated forms. An example is the long popular use of ephedra as a weight loss aid. Although it is of plant origin, ephedra was eventually banned due to serious side effects such as heart attacks and strokes. Another problem nowadays is the widespread dissemination of misinformation about supplements, particularly through influencers and self-proclaimed health experts. These individuals often enthusiastically promote dietary supplements without actually possessing the necessary expertise or presenting solid scientific evidence to support their recommendations. In many cases, their expertise is based on personal experiences or anecdotal evidence that is neither representative nor scientifically sound. Additionally, influencers often have partnerships with manufacturers and a financial incentive to promote certain products, which can easily result in the risks or lack of scientific backing being glossed over to present the product in a better light. A prominent example of misinformation is the recommendation of megadoses of vitamins, which some influencers tout as miracle cures for everything from skin problems to chronic fatigue. In reality, high doses of vitamins like B6 or niacin can cause side effects such as nerve damage or skin flushing that severely impact well-being. This is where one of the greatest dangers lies: the uncritical acceptance of recommendations by consumers who blindly trust influencers or self-proclaimed experts. Many people are unaware that taking dietary supplements requires a sound understanding of the specific needs of one's own body and the biochemical properties of the products. It is not enough to rely solely on the judgment of celebrities or laypeople who often do not bear health responsibility or possess the expertise to give individual advice. A conscious and safe approach to dietary supplements requires that consumers thoroughly educate themselves and, if in doubt, consult a qualified doctor or nutritionist. This is the only way to ensure that their health is not exposed to unnecessary risks. This is especially important for people who already have existing health problems or are taking other medications, as the combination of supplements and medications can lead to undesirable interactions. The consequences of improper or reckless supplementation can be severe, affecting not only short-term health but also having long-term effects. It often takes years for the damage to become fully visible, as some side effects are cumulative and only manifest after prolonged use. To avoid such risks, it is crucial to use well-founded scientific information and not fall for hype or marketing strategies. Consulting qualified professionals is a key step in ensuring that the use of supplements is truly necessary and, above all, safe. Why are supplements useful nonetheless? You may wonder why so many people still turn to dietary supplements despite the known risks. One significant and understandable reason is the targeted correction of a diagnosed nutrient deficiency. In cases where an insufficient supply has been identified, supplements can indeed help to compensate for deficiencies and improve health. A good example is the widespread vitamin D deficiency. Especially in northern latitudes, where sunlight is insufficient during the winter months to produce enough vitamin D, this deficiency is common. In such cases, a blood test can provide clarity, and the targeted use of vitamin D supplements helps to address the deficiency and restore the body to a healthy state. However, and this is the crucial point, the deficiency must be diagnosed first. Taking vitamins or minerals on a hunch is not a wise strategy. Supplements can only support the body if there is indeed a deficiency. They serve to fill an existing gap and bring the body back into a state of optimal health, but are not miracle remedies that will magically enhance overall well-being. Another commonly discussed example is omega-3 fatty acids, which play an important role in cardiovascular health and brain function. These unsaturated fatty acids are known for their anti-inflammatory properties and ability to improve blood lipid levels. Studies show that omega-3 deficiency is widespread in many Western societies, especially among populations that consume little fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines, which are natural sources of these fatty acids. Yet even here, caution is necessary. Before taking omega-3 supplements, you should ensure that there is an actual need. This can be determined through a simple blood test that shows whether the levels in the blood are indeed too low. Taking omega-3 supplements in high doses without a diagnosed deficiency is not only unnecessary, but can also cause dangerous imbalances in the body. Excessive intake of omega-3 fatty acids can drastically shift the ratio to omega-6 fatty acids and bring about serious health risks. While the general recommendation to supplement omega-3 is widespread, it is crucial that we do not blindly follow these suggestions. In reality, the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 is often skewed in favor of omega-6 fatty acids. This explains the frequent calls for omega-3 intake. However, overdosage is far from the solution. We must open our eyes and realize that it is not just about taking supplements, but about making an informed decision. Our goal is to create a critical awareness of supplementation and to foster healthy skepticism. Especially when recommendations come from people who profit financially from these products, we should be alert. A conflict of interest could compromise the objectivity of the information and lead us astray. Be cautious and question the advice you receive. And of course, we are not exempt from this scrutiny. Even we must be critically questioned. Although we do not earn money from the products we recommend in our episodes, we do profit from books, guides, and seminars on these topics. This means that we also live in an information bubble because we are intensely engaged with certain aspects. What we can offer you is information that has been researched to the best of our knowledge and conscience and is usually available in the video description. However, be warned. This information can never provide a complete picture. It is merely a small piece of a much larger and more complex puzzle. It is crucial that you do not rely solely on our perspective, but also consider other sources and opinions. Be critical, question everything, and form your own informed opinion. Do not let yourself be dazzled by one-sided information. Your health and your knowledge are too important to entrust to others. It is essential to use dietary supplements with care and not consider them as a general means of promoting health. While supplements can be a meaningful addition when used specifically to address a diagnosed deficiency, they should not aim to replace a healthy diet or balanced lifestyle. The idea that a few pills can fully support the body is misleading. Only through the targeted use of supplements can their positive effects be fully realized without simultaneously causing unwanted side effects. A well-founded approach is necessary to ensure that the use of dietary supplements is not arbitrary, but based on a precise diagnosis and specific need. This way, supplementation can avoid doing more harm than good, and the body receives exactly the support it truly needs. Let's move on to the principle of measure, act, measure. The most effective approach to using dietary supplements is the evidence-based principle of measure, act, measure. This structured process ensures that supplement intake is not based on assumptions or general recommendations, but on concrete, scientifically founded data. The first step is to determine your nutrient levels through a blood test or other diagnostic procedures. This clarifies whether and to what extent a deficiency exists and which specific nutrients your body actually needs. Once a deficiency has been identified, you can take targeted action by consuming appropriate supplements to compensate for the deficiency. However, this should not be the end of the process. After a set period, such as several weeks or months, you should measure your levels again to verify whether the supplementation has produced the desired results. This cyclical approach ensures that you continuously monitor the effectiveness of the measures and can make adjustments if necessary. By following this process, you minimize the risk of consuming ineffective products or even experiencing harmful effects. Among the most common nutrient deficiencies in the population are deficiencies in vitamin D, vitamin B12, and omega-3 fatty acids. These deficiencies are relatively widespread and can be well diagnosed, for example, through blood tests or specific examinations. For instance, vitamin B12 deficiency is more common in people who follow a vegetarian or vegan diet since this nutrient is primarily found in animal products. In such cases, targeted supplementation can help alleviate associated symptoms such as fatigue, concentration problems, or nerve damage. Omega-3 fatty acids are known for their positive effects on the heart and brain, but inadequate intake, especially among those who consume little fatty fish, can lead to a deficiency. This can be detected through specific tests, and taking omega-3 supplements can help restore levels to a healthy range. Similarly, vitamin D, which is particularly deficient in northern latitudes, can be corrected through regular supplementation to support bone health and the immune system. The measure, act, measure approach should be the central philosophy when dealing with dietary supplements. The focus is on addressing only the nutrients that are truly lacking. This not only reduces the likelihood of side effects, but also ensures that the measures are genuinely effective. It is not enough to rely on general recommendations or advertising, which often are not tailored to individual needs. What may be beneficial for one person may not be equally effective for another. By following this targeted and thoughtful approach, you ensure that you only consume what your body actually needs. This is not only more financially efficient, as you're not paying for unnecessary supplements, but also reduces potential health risks that arise from excessive or non-specific supplementation. For example, an excessive intake of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K can lead to toxic effects, as the body stores excess amounts instead of excreting them. The measure, act, measure approach helps minimize such risks. Ultimately, the evidence-based approach means taking active and informed responsibility for your health. It involves relying on scientifically sound data and making decisions based on concrete information rather than randomly consuming supplements that may not offer any real benefits. By regularly monitoring your health markers and evaluating the effectiveness of dietary supplements, you can promote your health in the long term and ensure that your actions are truly meaningful and effective. How does it look when we compare dietary supplements with medications? A widespread myth is the belief that dietary supplements, because they are marketed as natural, are safer than prescription medications. Yet this belief is a dangerous misconception. The idea that natural automatically means safe ignores the fact that even plant-based or naturally sourced products can have side effects and are not suitable for everyone. Just because a product comes from nature does not mean that it is free of risks. A classic example is aspirin, one of the most widely used medications worldwide. Although it is synthetically produced and thus anything but natural, it has a demonstrably significant positive impact on health, especially in treating pain and inflammation, as well as preventing cardiovascular diseases. At the same time, it is known that even aspirin can have side effects, such as stomach bleeding or allergic reactions. This shows that even well-established medications carry risks. In contrast, many dietary supplements are marketed as safe, even though they are often not evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, in the United States, or the European Medicines Agency, EMA, in the EU for their safety and efficacy. This lack of regulation means that numerous products on the market have either not been adequately studied or do not consistently guarantee quality. The unregulated nature of dietary supplements carries the risk that consumers underestimate the dangers associated with their use. This becomes particularly problematic when multiple products are taken simultaneously, as this can lead to unwanted interactions that increase the likelihood of side effects. Ultimately, it can be said that there is no effect without a side effect, and this applies to all synthetically produced substances as well as those extracted from nature and labeled as natural. Is the danger of insufficient regulation of dietary supplements? The fact that dietary supplements are sold without comprehensive regulatory oversight poses a potential danger. While medications must undergo rigorous testing to prove their safety and efficacy before being released on the market, dietary supplements are often subject to less stringent regulations. In the United States, for example, supplements are not required to be tested for safety before being sold. Manufacturers are merely obligated to ensure the safety of their products themselves, which in practice means that many substances are only thoroughly investigated once adverse side effects have already occurred. A similar approach is followed in the EU, where dietary supplements must meet certain quality standards but do not face the same strict requirements as prescription drugs. This can result in significant variations in the quality and dosage of ingredients in some dietary supplements, which further increases the risk for consumers. An example of this is herbal remedies like St. John's wort, which is known for its mood-enhancing effects. Although it is considered a natural remedy, it can have significant interactions with other medications, such as birth control pills or antidepressants, leading to an increased risk of unwanted side effects. Another important point is that the effects of dietary supplements can vary greatly depending on individual factors. What may be beneficial for one person could be harmful to another. This variability is due to the unique biochemistry of each person as well as their personal health conditions. Some individuals may have allergies or intolerances to certain ingredients found in supplements, while others may experience interactions with medications they are already taking. For instance, people taking blood thinners such as warfarin may face an increased risk of bleeding if they also consume high doses of omega-3 fatty acids. The variability in individual reactions makes it essential to thoroughly research before taking dietary supplements, and if necessary, consult a specialist, such as a doctor or nutritionist. These professionals can help identify potential risks and provide recommendations tailored to individual needs and health conditions. Therefore, a blanket recommendation for dietary supplements cannot be made, as safety and efficacy depend on numerous factors. Ultimately, the assumption that natural is synonymous with safe should be critically questioned. This widespread belief can lead to potential risks being ignored and people making false safety assumptions. While natural products may indeed offer benefits, it is crucial to be aware of possible side effects and interactions and make informed decisions based on scientific evidence. The best approach is to treat dietary supplements with the same care as prescription medications. It is important to carefully weigh the benefits and risks, obtain information from reliable sources, and seek advice from a specialist if necessary to avoid misunderstandings and best protect your health. In summary, less is often more. Instead of getting lost in a multitude of dietary supplements, it is essential to focus on what is truly necessary. Ask yourself why you are taking a particular supplement. If in doubt, the first step is to measure your nutrient levels. Only through a thorough analysis can you know whether and which supplement is right for you. If there is a genuine deficiency, taking supplements can be valuable, but blindly trusting products that claim to help could do more harm than good. A conscious and informed approach to your health is essential to minimizing risks and achieving the desired results. We hope this episode has given you a clear insight into the topic of supplements. Remember, all that glitters is not gold. Question the information you receive and make informed decisions. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. As always, we wish you a long, healthy, and happy life. Until next time.